morning! Happy New Year! I hope your 2021 is off to as good as better than my speaking abilities. I was just trying to say that I hope your new year is off to as good a start as possible for you. It's so funny how we have to qualify these things now with just times being so tough for everybody. It's like you can't just say, hope your year's off to a great start. You just say, well, it's probably in some area. Oh, I'm not supposed to swear. It's probably crappy in some area, but you know, hopefully it's as good as possible for you. Anyway, I'm back. If you didn't notice, I did Vlogmas. I posted 25 videos daily in a row, and then I took a whole week off, and it was really nice. I took a whole week off, not only of posting, but off the internet, basically altogether. I checked my personal Facebook a couple of times, only because my mom wanted me to look at some family pictures, but I did not log into Instagram. I barely looked at my email, which really isn't that different than normal. I'm so terrible with email. And it was just really, really, really nice. I love the internet. I also sometimes really hate it. So it's a love-hate thing. Do you hear the sirens in the background? It's Tuesday, January 5th, so it's the first Tuesday of the month. And every first Tuesday of the month in our county, every township does like a, what do they call it? Like a test alarm for their town-wide alarm. So there it is. I made something this morning. I can't remember now if I put this in my fall recipes video or not. If I did, I'll link the video. If I didn't, I'll just link the recipe below. The apple pie steel cut oatmeal in the Instant Pot. Let me show you. It is divine. So, okay, it doesn't look divine, but it tastes so good. It's really a delicious, very filling meal. And one pot of this lasts me a while. My kids go in and out of wanting to eat it or not, but I want to eat it. So there it is. If you're gonna make it, I recommend, it looks really, really soupy right after you do the release the valve and open the Instant Pot. It looks so liquidy, you're like, I'm not gonna eat this. Let it sit for at least half an hour. That's my, my recommendation. And then it kind of congeals. It firms up a bit into a really nice consistency, and it stores beautifully in the fridge. I'm sure you could put it in the freezer. I put one extra apple in for my iteration of the recipe, a tiny bit more honey, and I bump up the spices just a little bit, but otherwise I stick to the proportions. And my secret ingredient is the Califia Farms toasted coconut almond milk. I use that in any oatmeal I ever make. Overnight oats in the summer, the cold recipe I really like, regular oatmeal on the stove, which I really don't make very often, or Instant Pot oatmeal, which is my winter go-to. So yeah, that's really the only thing I use that beverage for, but it's worth having in the fridge just for those things. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this, and then I actually am going to my sports medicine doctor for some shockwave therapy for my foot today. I think I've had 2 sessions now. I think it's doing something. I'm not gonna show you my foot, because this is like, you know how you have one, at least I have several, but at least one body part where you're like, I'm not showing you that. That's my foot. Dating's gonna be a breeze. It's like, hey, you wanna see my stomach? Sure. You can't see my foot, bro. I don't know. Anyway, I gotta eat this so I can get to that appointment, but I thought I'd vlog today and just kind of chat and kind of check in a little bit. I'm trying to get on a twice weekly video rotation and vlog a little bit more, because Vlogmas really gave me a lot of confidence in that, and that I can also manage more content on a weekly basis. I feeling much more settled now. So yeah, I'll report back on the shockwave. It's not pleasant, and it seems to get harder with every session. Like I said, it's only been 2, so we'll see. But I definitely notice things are changing, like structurally with my foot in a good direction. It's just not good. It doesn't feel great, but I think ultimately It will be better.
Later.
I feel like I have food on my face perpetually. Anybody else? I feel that way because half the time I do. Or in my teeth or whatever. All right, anyway. It's been a few hours. What has been happening? I went to the doctor. I got the shockwave therapy. Things are progressing. I gotta go back to see my physical therapist too. So, good progress with that. It's not pleasant, but it's worth it. It's not terrible. It's really the after effect for a few days afterward. My foot really hurts, but then it feels like a lot better and it looks a lot better. I'll just explain to you. I have bunions, which have gotten worse with time, especially through my pregnancies. But I also started developing a hammer toe. I think that was the root of my problem over the summer. Earlier in the summer when I started getting all that pain in the foot was the hammer toe started to like pop up, and it just created so many problems. So it's actually been helping that quite a bit. And we're also working on the ligaments between the big toe and the second toe to kind of readjust those so the bunion actually is improving. It's really fascinating. Anyway, so that I had that. I got Donnie. We had lunch. He's resting now. I'm doing some laundry. I cleaned the kitchen. Are you excited yet? Anyway, I'm just sitting down for my second yoga practice of the day. I talked about this a bit on Instagram earlier this week. I'm on Instagram all the time, you guys, except for the week I took off. So I'll put my screen name on if you want to hang out with me there. I don't post on my feed super regularly, mostly because I forget, but I post on stories every gosh darn day. Anyway, I mentioned that I've been doing at-home yoga for years now. I think this is the third or fourth year. I can't even remember. Yeah, as long as I can't remember. It's been a while. And I love yoga with Adrienne. I think she's just so accessible to all levels. And I mean, I've been practicing for almost 20 years, but it's still, I think there's no, like, you can make of your practice what you want of it. And, to me, it's about the mind body. Yoga's not about like a workout or even like I'm not really great at inversions. I can't do a handstand. I can't do a headstand. I've never really put that much effort into it. To me, not that there's anything wrong with that, and something maybe I will someday, but to me, it's about the mind body connection. Nothing beats it, and it's such a good stretch. Anyway, January is a really great time if you want to start an at-home yoga practice, because Yoga with Adrienne does every year a 30-day, absolutely free. All of her yoga is free for the most part. I am like a paying subscriber to her platform because I like to support her, and she just has some exclusive content there. But you can get her daily calendar, her year-round of yoga for free. I'll link her below. I've talked about her a lot before. Anyway, but in January, she has a new video she puts out every day for 30 days. And it's a series that goes with a theme. And this year's theme is breath. Very appropriate. And I'm a little bit behind. I started just yesterday with the first practice. So I'm on day 2 now, even though it's January 5th. It doesn't matter because I do her yoga every day. I just didn't get started on this practice because of the timing of it, because the first couple of practices are a little bit longer. But anyway, so I'm going to do that today. I'm going to do Arrive today. I've also been concurrently participating in Boho Beautiful, which is my other favorite yoga instructor online. I also love her Pilates. Again, free, 14-day mindfulness. It's yoga and meditation journey. And you can do one or the other or both. I'm doing both. So I did her practice this morning. Her yoga, it tends to be a little bit more fast-paced, I would say, and maybe a little bit more rigorous, but still accessible. And that's free too. I also subscribe to her platform because I want to support her and her partner, Mark. They're expecting their first baby in just like a couple weeks, or any minute, really, I guess. But yeah. So squeezing in 2 yoga practices a day is something that I tend to prioritize when I'm injured. So back in the fall when I didn't have my Peloton yet, I was doing a lot of yoga and some Pilates every day to help keep me physically moving. Because if I don't have physical movement, I emotionally just fall apart. So it's a little bit of a squeeze to do 2 practices a day, especially when they're a little bit longer. Like these yoga with Adrienne ones are a little bit longer than her usual practices, are like 20 minutes maybe. For instance, yesterday's was 50 minutes, which is longer, and today's 37, but it's worth it. And the boho beautiful practices usually average around 20 minutes or so. So it works out just fine. And I don't mind like doubling up the practice for this first few weeks of January. Actually feels really good to me. It feels like a really good plan. Sometimes I can sign myself up for too much. Not that these are that physically exerting. It's just in terms of time and priorities and how I'm prioritizing my time and all that. But this is important right now. So I'll just show you real quick. So here's the free calendar, the breath calendar from Yoga with Adrienne. She does a calendar like this every month. I think she releases a new video on Sundays most months, except for the month of January where it's a new video literally every day. And they tend to flow one to the other. So I do recommend doing these in order if you want it. You don't have to start at the beginning of January if you haven't started. It doesn't mean you can't start. Like I'm not doing it on the same day. It just start whenever. You can start it in July. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to do that today, and I'll just show you the app. This is the app platform. So I want Arrive. So I'm going to do this one right now. But then I'll show you the Boho Beautiful platform. This is the one I did this morning, this Yoga Flow to Thrive, and I'm going to do the meditation later. I've been doing the meditations in the evening to kind of help wind down. That's been really fun. And I actually haven't historically been really good at sitting for meditation, but I really like the way that she frames her meditations, and she doesn't talk through the whole thing. She just kind of bookends the 10-minute meditation with some talking, but then they put really nice soothing music on in the middle, and I might stick with it. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's doing something, but for right now, I'm going to do this, and then it will be time. We have the kids have the dentist today, so I'll go pick Cece up and take the kids to the dentist.
Much, much, much later.
That I know is crooked. There we go. Oh, okay. I'm back. It's like 5-ish. Taking 2 little ones to the dentist is always... You just really don't know what you're gonna get. Sometimes one or both of them are terrified. Sometimes one or both of them are excited. Sometimes it's a mixture, and there's a lot of a roller coaster of emotions. Going to the dentist it's very, I don't want to say scary, it's just different, right? It's not something we do all the time. We do it twice a year. Last time, Cece was like, yes, let's do it, let's go. And Donnie was like, oh, I'm not so sure. And this time was the opposite. Donnie was like, I want to be first. He shot up into the chair. He was so excited. He's leaning back. He's got his mouth open. I'm like, okay. And then Cece was a little bit more afraid this time. I mean, there's nothing to be afraid of, but it's just, it's just different. But we did do something different for her this time. We had some x-rays taken of her teeth, which they do once a year or so now that she's a big girl. She's 5. This is still crooked. All right, whatever. Anyway, so that was different for her, and I think that it didn't freak her out, but it was just different because you have to hold the thing in your mouth and they take a picture and everybody kind of runs out of the room for a second. So it was a bit of a surprise. Anyway, it went well. Everybody's teeth are looking healthy. This is the first x-rays for Cece, so we can see her adult teeth coming in. The dentist said in about 6 months we might start to see some wiggliness. In about a year, she'll probably start losing teeth. So she's really excited about that because her cousin Grace has lost teeth. Grace is, 7, so she's definitely lost some teeth. And Cece's like, what do I get to lose teeth? This is the exciting thing, right? But yeah, everybody's healthy and good. Very good. Also, this came in the mail, which was really exciting. A little ornament. I waited till the last minute to order these. I ordered them like right before Christmas. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, but it has 2020 printed on it. I order one of these every year, and I have since Cece was about 1, from Shutterfly. And I love them. I keep them out year round in my office usually, but I don't have anything on the walls yet to like hang them from. But this was one of our photos that we took that I really, really love. And this is so precious to me. I love this so much. Anyway, that's what's happening. I have, well, like an hour and change until I've got to get ready for my Peloton class. It's Cody Bigsby's class tonight. I'm so excited. Did you like my little dance? A little hyped there. I'm so excited. I haven't ridden live since the Christmas week, and I'm excited to be back on the bike and riding with my Pretty Neat Riders gang. I'm gonna plug it. I'm gonna just keep all of my Peloton info in the description bar for the foreseeable future, because otherwise I just get lots and lots of questions about it. So my username is there for the Peloton app, and also the Pretty Neat Riders hashtag information if you want to join in. And I do have a referral if you're interested in purchasing a Peloton bike, which I highly recommend. Totally worth it. You can get really good, like 0% financing. And I mean, to me, it's just the price of, let's see. Let me organize my thoughts here. I'm still a little like, whoo, from the dentist. I quit my gym membership back in the spring, and I quit my studio membership. I was a member of Core Power Yoga, and that was actually quite expensive because I had a black tag membership for that. So that was like between the two of them, I was paying like $200 some odd a month for gym stuff. The price of the bike plus the price of the app doesn't even reach that amount, and it gives me all that I need right now. It is low impact, high aerobic output, which is exactly what I need. It's been working really just fine for my foot, which is excellent. And I love the other classes on it too. I've really just started to explore them more. I've been working my way through their Pilates classes, which are new. I always do their stretches post-ride. I've started doing some of their strength training. I want to look into their meditation classes. It's basically a gym in the app. And they usually have some sort of promotion, at least lately. I think I pay $39 a month for the app. And yeah, totally worth it. And I love it so much, and I'm obsessed. And I actually like surprised at how much I love the live classes, because before I had the bike, I was like, who needs the live classes? Just do them whenever. And I love having the option of doing them whenever. But because there's been like this community feel with you guys who join me over there with the high-fiving, the Pretty Neat Riders and stuff, it's just become like an extra, it's like having a little cheerleading squad. I don't know, it's really fun. And I feel that energy in the live class so much. So I really enjoy it. I highly recommend it. My referral code will get you $100 off an accessory item if you purchase a new bike or a tread, I believe. So I actually used my friend Brooke's referral code when I purchased my bike way back over the summer. It took forever to come. Totally worth the wait also, by the way. Just be patient. Things are backlogged still with COVID and everything. But, and I got my bike shoes, my like clip-in shoes that were $125 shoes. I got them for $25 because of her code. And what the code gives me in return is a $100 credit to the Peloton apparel store. So I probably will end up doing some sort of giveaway with those items at some point, because I've been getting credits and I'd love to share them back with you guys. So I have to figure out how to do like a Peloton credit giveaway, or maybe I can I don't know if I can get gift cards with those or not. I haven't looked into it, but I will be giving those back to you in some way, shape, or form. And also buying myself a really cool shirt or two in the process. But anyway, thanks for using my code if you have, or if you plan to. I do appreciate it. And it's just so fun to ride with you guys. I love it. So what my plan is for now, between now and my ride, is I need to eat something like now. And The dentist took like 45 minutes longer than I thought it would. So I was gonna make this Instant Pot chili that I made last week that I loved, and I just don't have the time to make it and eat it and enough time to digest it before this class. So maybe I'll make that tomorrow. It's really yummy. But I'll make that on a video another day because it's a really easy recipe too. I have these Amy's frozen burritos in my freezer. I'm probably just gonna eat one of those because that's what I have time for. Or I could pull out, I have the I'm trying to think. What are those frozen meals? Here, I'll show you. Frontera. These are good too. I like these a lot. These guys, totally tasty. Maybe I'll have one of those. I don't know, those are kind of my frozen. Apparently I like frozen Mexican food. But yeah, my plan is to make that, and I'm going to, I do this once a year. I've mentioned before, people ask me all the time, do you ever watch back your old videos? Generally, no. Once I edit it and post it, I release it to the wild, never to return again. It's very rare that I'll look at one of my own videos, with the exception, every year I watch my New Year's video from the previous year before I film the one for this year to just give me a look at where I was a year ago. And to be, I think you guys, I can't remember the exact timeline, but was it before? I feel like it was before I even shared about my split. I'm gonna look now because I'm really curious. Did I do the split video first? Because it was in January where I announced that Don and I had separated. Why can't I find my own? I don't follow myself on the internet. Okay, here we go. Pretty neat living. Oh, I have 179,000 subscribers now. Thanks for subscribing, you guys. I never look at those numbers, except for, don't say never, because I just did. Okay, let's see. Life update. Oh, I did that video right before I posted my New Year's goals and reflections. Wow. I knew that was intentional because I didn't think that I could share honestly my New Year's goals and reflections with that big of a secret under my belt. I'm really good at keeping secrets, but I don't love feeling like I'm hiding something like that big from people. It felt really important at that time to have however long that was, like 6 months or so of space between the split and the announcement to kind of just figure things out in that way. But yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch that video. It's half an hour long. So I have plenty of time to do that, make something to eat, go sit and watch myself on the big screen, which always freaks me out a little bit. And that's what my evening is. After that, I'm gonna ride, and then I'm gonna probably take a bath and read in the bath and go to bed and start it all over again tomorrow. But I hope this feels like a very disjointed vlog, and it was a lot of me chatting. But I just feel that I get very extra, I'm already chatty when I film videos. We all know this. But I'm extra chatty when I haven't talked to you in over a week. I feel like it's like when you don't see somebody that you're really used to seeing a lot and suddenly you have to tell them everything. It's kind of like word vomit. So anyway, if you watched this vlog, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm gonna be back. I'm back. I'm officially back on the regular. I hope to have my New Year's goals and reflections video up for you in a few days, and then be on a regular schedule, hopefully starting next week with a Tuesday, Friday video schedule. I'm gonna go for it, and I'm gonna be vlogging a little bit more often, and sharing in this way because I just feel the pull too. So I try to honor that when I do feel it. I did very little last week, and somehow I still feel sluggish this week. And it's like, why? I didn't do anything. But I think it's because today was the first day in 9-10 days that I set an alarm and I woke up at 5. I haven't been waking up before 7 in the last 10 days, which is really sleeping in for me. So that was a bit of a rude awakening this morning, but I don't know, I feel peppy now and I'm excited for my ride, and I'm just excited to share it and be back with you guys. So I'll stop talking now because otherwise this will just go on endlessly, and I will see you in a few days. Thank you so much for watching. I hope your new year is off to a really good start, as good as possible, and I'm wishing you and your loved ones a beautiful and blessed 2021. I want that for us all, truly, sincerely, all of us. Every year, but especially this year. All right, guys, take very good care. Thank you for watching. Bye.